Welcome to the second session of this chapter. So, do you know who is this man? This honorable man, who is this man? Have you ever seen this picture? Okay, you know that one. Very good. This is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. And who is this B.R. Ambedkar? Oh, okay, come on. He is the father of our Indian Constitution. He is the father of our Indian Constitution. Very good. You know all the things. Okay. See, this Indian Constitution came into force. When the Indian Constitution came into force, do you have any idea? Okay, that also you know. Yes, 1950. This 19th day, Republic Day, we are celebrating Republic Day every year, and this is in the remembrance of this Constitution, the establishment, the introduction of Indian Constitution. Okay, then B.R. Ambedkar. B.R. Ambedkar is the father of Indian Constitution, and when 1946, the British instructed the Indian people to make the urgency to make an Indian Constitution, so that they declared an election, and 229 people were elected as in a Constituent Assembly. And that is the chairman of that Constituent Assembly was Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Who was Dr. Rajendra Prasad? Okay, you know, he was the first president of India. Then again this from the 229 members, one drafting committee was formed, and that drafting committee chairman was Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So here the whole responsibility for this constitution the credit gone to our B.R. Ambedkar. See, next we are going to learn about the features of Indian Constitution. See, what is the features? What are the different features of Indian Constitution? 1. Indian Constitution is the lengthiest constitution in the world, and it is a written constitution. So, Indian Constitution is a written constitution, and it is the lengthiest constitution in the world. If the whole countries, if you are considering, Indian Constitution is the lengthiest and written constitution. It contains, at present, when it was written, it is having only 395 articles which was written in the book, but now it is 448 articles and 12 schedules. Next, it defines the powers of the Indian legislature, executive and judiciary. So, by the way, let me ask one question. How many organs the government have, how many branches or the organs of the government? So, India having 3 organs. What are they? Okay. Legislature, executive and judiciary. We have 3 organs. The 3 organs are the legislature, the executive and the judiciary. So, here it is written, it defines the powers of the Indian legislature, executive and judiciary. So, it is written clearly what are the different powers of legislature, what are the different powers of executive and what are the different powers of judiciary. The 3 organs, separated 3 organs, and 3 organs have 3 different powers. It is clearly written in the Constitution. So, no arguments, no conflict, nothing is there, no doubt. Then third one is, it lays down the fundamental rights, duties of the citizens and directive principles of the state policy. Who can say what do you mean by fundamental rights? Fundamental rights? Say, come on, last year you learned, no? Fundamental rights are the rights which are recognized by, guaranteed by the Constitution and enforced by law. So, if violation of any fundamental rights, we can go approach the court. That is why it is called fundamental rights. Then how many fundamental rights are there? The fundamental rights are 6 important fundamental rights are there. What are they? Right to equality, right to freedom, right to religion, right to cultural educational rights, right against exploitation, right to constitutional remedies. The whole we will study in the next chapter, very detailed we can study. Now this much here, and the next one is duties of the citizen. What is the duty? Do you have any duty at home? Do you have any duty as a student? Yes, you will know the duties of you. Okay, good. Keep it up. Then the duty of all the citizens of India having also some duties towards the nations. That means one must obey the rules and regulations, one must obey the national flag, national anthem, and it is our duty to protect all the national properties of India. So everything is the duty of the citizens. Next one is directive principles of state policy. Directive principles of state policy means each and everything. So see, You have the Odia book is there, prescribed book is there. They all are interested to buy MPD guidebooks. Why these guidebooks you are buying? These guidebooks are giving you some guidelines for the question answer or everything whatever written in the main book. Likewise, constitution is there, but some guidelines are prescribing in the constitution. That is called, these guidelines are called directive principles of state policy. According to the guidelines only, the government can be ruled. That is the directive principles of state policy. Some guidelines it is given. What are this? Third one is, it also contains special provision for safeguarding the the interest of the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. So that time when the constitution was formed, so scheduled caste people and scheduled tribes people, that was the need of the time to uplift these people, because they were the untouchable caste people of that society. They were rejected people of that society. So it was the need of the time to uplift these people, so that some special rules and regulations are written in the constitution in order to uplift the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes people. So these are the features of Indian constitution. So next we are going to study about the need for laws. So you all know what is the importance of the need for laws. For example, so you all are interested to play the games. What is the most important game you are liking most? So for example, one cricket. So cricket having some rules and regulations or not? Yes. So these rules and regulations is violating, that means that one cannot play it comfortably, or it cannot play without any violence. So each and every game having some rules and regulations. Your classroom having some rules and regulations, your school having some rules and regulations, your house having some rules and regulations, society having some rules and regulations, everything having some rules and regulations. So you just say, if rules and regulations is not there, what happens? Rules and regulations is not there, violence happens, and conflicts, disagreement, and chaos, everything is there. Means unhappy situation will start. So every game, every game has its own rules. If there is no rules, there would be chaos and maybe violence. Likewise, in life, we need to be governed by a set of rules and regulations to enjoy the life to the fullest. So, to enjoy our life to the fullest, not to lead a happy life, each and every country must wanted to have some rules and regulations. For example, I will make you understand traffic rules. If traffic rules, then the policeman is raising their hand, that means we want to stop. We want to obey the rules and regulations of the traffic police. Otherwise, what will happen? Yes, accidents will happen. Likewise, our country also wanted to have some rules and regulations to to enjoy the life to the fullest. We wanted to have an enjoying life, happy life. Then every country also governs by a certain set of rules and regulations that suit to the needs of the people. Rules and regulations also put an end to the evil practices and customs of society. You know what is that? See, when the 18th century, when how we heard Rajaram Mohan Roy as a social reformer, so he, with the help of the rules and regulations, he abolished rules and regulations of the British government. The British government abolished the system of sati, child marriage, etc., etc. That is the inhuman, superstitious beliefs of Indian culture that time. So with the help of rules and regulations, or with the help of the British rules and regulations, the British government abolished all these superstitious beliefs from our Indian society. So indeed, that is the need of the time. Then only the people will get culture, and we will have civilized people. We will become a more civilized people. So that was the that is, for example, the practice of untouchability, the treatment of women and the tribal people, alcoholism and dowry system. So you know what is the dowry system and all that. So again, this dowry system and all that is the social evils of the Indian society. So in order to avoid this dowry system, in order to get rid of this dowry system, the government made so many rules and regulations. So that means the disobeying of the rules and regulations, will be punishable. Our constitution established rules, laws in India. Rule of the law means violation of laws was made punishable. So rules and regulations का importance है ये. Violation of these rules and regulations became punishable. So punishment is there, then everybody is afraid. Everybody will get fear. So everybody forced to obey these rules and regulations because punishment is there. So that is why it is written, rule of law means violation of laws was made punishable and no one was above the law. So even you are a president of India, you are a prime minister of India, you are a citizen of India, you are a beggar of India, you are a whatever you are, you bound to obey the rules and regulations of the country. Then only we can live, everybody can live happily in India. So that is why it is called, if anyone broke the law, they would be liable to be punished irrespective of caste, class, creed or gender. That's why I told you, whoever you may be, if you are male or a female, if you are a prime minister, if you are a ordinary citizen, if you are a whoever you may be, you are bound to obey the rules and regulations which is made by the government. So some examples given here. See, Dowry Provision Act, then Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribe Act, Employment Manual Scavengers and Constitution of Dry Latins, and Employment and the Bonded Labor System abolished, Disability Act, Mizoram Liquor Total Provision Act. All these act means rules. These all were made for the need of the society. So in order to abolish these social evils, then only the society can live